Welcome to the program. I'm Sam Mollenhauer, and today I have Georgi Halverson with me, going over what it's like to rescue Great Danes.
Hello,
How
Sam.
are you doing today?
Great, thanks for having me.
So, I understand that you've been rescuing Great Danes for a long time. Exactly how long?
We got our first Great Dane way back in 2004, and it puts us at about 16 years as of right now for the rescuing of the Great Danes. My wife and I had originally trying to determine if we were even dog people. We didn't really know. I'd been married for a couple of years, and I'm like, maybe we should get a dog. Maybe we shouldn't. I said, but what kind of dog should we get? So, if you've
Great
never
Danes
really
are-
had dogs, it's like, what do you do? It's kind of the question.
Yeah, they're pretty big dogs. I know that can be kind of intimidating to some people. What made you decide to go with a Great Dane instead of like a more mid-sized dog?
Well, I have two daughters, and so there's all women in the house. I'm like, if I'm getting a dog, it's got to be a dog that is, number one, a male, and number two, big enough that I could wrestle. I don't want a little slipper dog. That was my,
Yeah.
got to be able to wrestle them. And then our other thought was, what if we're not like dog people? So we did kind of look at which breeds maybe didn't have as long a lifespan, which is kind of a weird way to look at it because we're committing to this dog, but Great Danes as a larger breed only live 6 to 8 years on general. So we're like, well, I can commit to that and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I see that. So that's why you went with the big dog over the small dog, as small dogs tend to live a little longer.
Yes, correct.
So everybody knows about the process of getting a dog. How is it different when rescuing, and what kind of fulfillment and benefits do you get for that?
So, it was really something we kind of stumbled into as we were looking for Great Danes, found out that there's this whole world of like rescued animals, rescued dogs, and particularly Great Danes, because they are a large breed. Not a lot of people are interested, or they get them and they're too big and they turn them in, they hand them in. They don't feel like they can handle it. So the interesting thing that surprised me about rescuing a Great Dane was that the rescue places actually interviewed us pretty intensely. They came to our house. They wanted to see where we're going to keep the dog. They wanted to know what our experience level was. It was really felt like I was being interrogated. And I found out after the fact that it's because they don't want these dogs to be returned. They've already been rescued once. They really want to make sure they're rehomed in a successful way.
Kind of like adopting a child.
It felt like it.
In a way, yeah. Where do you rescue them from? Do you rescue them from a humane society or a nationwide rescue, or?
So we got ours from the Upper Midwest Great Dane Rescue, which it serves the states around Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Michigan. So there's all those states they operate in, and you can go to their website and find out what current rescues they have available. And then they pair you up based on your interview with what they feel like will fit your home, whether you have animals, cats, children, those types of things. They can they understand where the dogs are at and what the best scenario will be. And so it's kind of a give and take with the agency to determine which is the best fit.
Okay. So one of the walls some people might run into while trying to adopt a dog through rescue versus a breeder or something is that they tend to be a little older, and older dogs are harder to train. How did you get past that you can tell our viewers, help them in their journey?
So that is definitely something to consider. Our latest Great Dane rescue that we had was a female, 2 years old. We already had a 2-year-old male and a 9-year-old male. And it did turn out that the rescue, the 2-year-old, not knowing what their history was, did not get along with our current dog, our older dog. They're both alphas, and they were not getting along. In the end, what we ended up having to do was we hired a trainer, and I recommended 100% that you hire a trainer that's going to help you so that you can get your dogs under voice control. That's going to give them, because rescues have a weird background, you don't know where they came from, giving them stability of what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, and that training really helps their anxiety come down. And we partnered with our vet to give us, medicine as necessary to help them with anxiety. Those two combinations, training and partnering with your vet, really sets you on the right path.
That's great. Well, thank you for joining. I'm Sam Mollenhauer. Georgi Halverson's been here with us today. And as you can see, it's a lot easier to get into a dog rescuing situation than you may think.